Okay, ready, Afi,
Yeah.
and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Assalamualaikum. Good morning, viewers, lecturer, and fellow friend. Today, we will to talk about important issue, which are financial management in school. Money is something used every day. For example, we use money to buy food, pay for transport, and pay our phone bill. However, many students do not know to manage money properly. Because of that, they have no money left for to rest of the week. So today, our team strongly agree the financial management should be taught in school. Now, I would like to invite first speaker, Mr. Hafizuddin, to present our first argument. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Afik. Now, I would like to present my argument on this issue. First, many students do not know how to manage money. They spend without thinking. For example, students often spend money on online shopping, games, or expensive coffee every day. They also do not save money for emergencies. If students learn financial skills early, they can control spending, save money, and avoid debt. For example, they can save 5 ringgit or 10 ringgit every day. Over time, this can become a large amount of savings. With that, I would like to pass the floor to my second speaker, Sharil, to continue our discussion.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Hafizuddin. That's a good point. Next, financial management prepares students for real life. After finishing schools, students will start working and earning salary. At that time, they must know how to manage money properly. For example, they need to pay rent, buy food, pay bills, and still save money. Without knowledge, some people spend all their salary too quickly. Then, they have no money left for the rest of the month. This can cause stress and financial problems. Now, I would like to invite the opposition side, Mr. Shafiq, to present their argument.
Okay, thank you, my friends. Okay, firstly, we understand that financial management is important. However, we slightly disagree that it should be taught in school. We believe financial skills can also be learned at home. For example, parents can teach children how to manage their allowance and spend it wisely. I have friends that his family give him allowance 50 ringgit for 1 month. I can see that he learning how to manage his allowance before his family give him allowance for the next month. In these situations, that makes learning more practical and closer to real life. Also, students already have many subjects. Adding another subjects may increase stress and reduce focus on other subjects. On that, I would like to invite my teammate Azri to continue our argument.
Thank you, Mr. Safik. I think I agree with the Safik opinion. We also agree that the financial knowledge is important. However, students may not need it immediately. For example, students do not yet have salary or major financial responsibilities. So they may forget what they learn in school. In addition, real financial understanding comes from real life experience. Therefore, while financial management is important, it may not be necessary to teach it formally in school. Now, I would like to return the floor to Shahril for the final conclusion.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Azri. That's a good point also. But we like to respond to the opposition. Now, all parents have good financial knowledge. For example, some parents are also facing debt problems. So, student may learn the wrong habits at home. School is the best place to provide correct and equal knowledge to all the students. In conclusion, financial management should be taught in school to help students become more responsible, independent, and financially stable. But before we end, we would like to share our final thoughts after the discussions. First, Mr. Afiq, what is your opinion?
Thank you, Mr. Shahril. My opinion, financial management is a very important because we use money every day. Learning this early help students become more responsible. How about you, Mr. Hafizuddin?
Thank you, Mr. Afiq. From my point of view, I believe students need financial knowledge to avoid money problems in the future. For example, they can learn how to save and spend wisely. How about you, Mr. Sharil?
From my perspective, financial education is a basic life skills. Just like reading and writing, it should be taught in school. What about you, Mr. Shafi?
Okay, after listening to the discussion, I agree that financial management is important. It is true that students need to learn how to manage money properly. However, I still believe it can also be learned at home and school with guidance from parents and teachers. So, how about you, Adri?
Yeah, I also agree that the financial education is useful for students. It's help prepare them for future responsibility. For sure, real life experience is still important to fully understand money management. Therefore, both school learning and real life experience are important too. That's all for today, guys. We hope all the viewer have understood the point that we have presented. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, my
Bye.
friends.
Thank you.